Why read books if you're not having fun? This is an idea I noticed in the past year of reading. And in this period of my life of reading so much more books, all the while improving my own physical health and strength, I noticed that there is one key factor to why you're not reading as much. Why read books if you're not having fun? The point of reading books is not only to have fun with it, but to also learn and engage with this period. And having that difference in mind, people think about the latter option rather than the former. Books are fun in the way you think about it. And in this video, I'm here to document how exactly to make books fun and how to make sure that you can do this. Step number one, patience. Patience is the game of reading. And the more patient you naturally are about reading a book, the more you'll physically get better at it. I noticed that when I started my reading journey this year, it's been a long period since I physically finished a book. But now that I finished over 10 books in my journey this year, trying to read 50 books throughout by the end of 2025, I noticed that there is something so special about waiting for that period. We need to understand why you're reading in the first place. Yes, it is to have fun, and yes, it is to inform yourself about the world around you, but it can also be a guide to just simply see how far you can come along. Books are similar to workouts, but different in a way. For workouts, you can physically see yourself get stronger. People will love and compliment you. And I love talking about workouts themselves as it's a great comparison to books. But the difference in mind is that books are on the inside. While workouts are physically seen on the outside with your strength, on the inside, it's your mind that physically gets sharper. The more intelligent you naturally become, the better you can phrase your words, and in particular, you can communicate ideas so much more effectively that you could then just simply write. You can write about anything, create something, and make something special out of your own book you can copy. And it doesn't matter what career you can do. Authors themselves can either be just a simple writer, or it can be someone special, someone who rises above. And you can see that physically with me. The point of books is the game of patience and understanding how well that game is. Of patience and waiting around for it is your key to understand why books are not fun. It's the biggest detractor as to why so many guys in particular find books boring and such a nerdy activity. Now yes, throughout our culture, books have been seen as the nerdy effect. It's the thing that makes us seem smarter if we have more books around us. But really, I'm just a stupid idiot as much as you guys are. I'm still just a guy by the end of the day, but I am better to tell you that you can read books. I can improve on that ability, and by making sure that you have the game of patience, all by taking it all in and breathing, is exactly why books are not fun. And it's exactly the key you possibly need to make books fun in the first place. How do you have the patience then? If you can't have the time, how do you have the patience to read? Step number two. Routine. The more you build a routine each and every day, you plot out a simple routine, use the Google Calendar map, and just simply set out a perfect routine for yourself, the better you get at it. It sounds strange, but the more you copy the exact same routine each and every day, the naturally better you'll get at doing things. You'll be more effective at just getting things done, and this comes with reading books. You are someone who wants to read. You are someone who wants to be able to read at a much more effective and faster rate. But the issue is, books themselves take time to read. Like we said in step one, it needs patience. But you don't read as much as you realistically should. You only read in periods of an hour to 2 hours a day. Realistically, I firmly believe 3 to 4 hours is the best period to read. It is the single best time to read. And I love using this point of 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening. This is because this works well for my schedule, but I guarantee this will work well with your schedule too. Imagine what you even do with that time. Why books are not fun in the first place? Because you're stuck on that phone. Let's be honest here. Most of us spend our free time simply scrolling. I notice this with my family, my friends, strangers in public. They spend most of their life scrolling. And this wasn't an issue back then. Books were easy because they just naturally came with you. That's why you see so many people reading books. Nowadays, you only see the fat teachers or the random weird girl in your school that read, or hell, just old lady at your work reading. It doesn't matter. Depending on the situation, we don't see as much books, and we don't see as much readers in the world. You yourself want to be a reader, but understanding why it's so scary to read in public is the reason why you can't read. And this is why routines are important. The more you build on this routine, naturally, the more you'll just feel it. I noticed that this comes with my workouts, my meditations, any kind of self-improvement basis that come with routines are the best case scenario. And in particular with books here, they do a phenomenal job of keeping you secure and steady for what you can do to improve your own life. Once you understand how well you can build on this routine, it will come naturally to you. Step number 3, mental health. The more you improve your mental health, the more you notice how well books are. The reason why books are not fun in your case is because you yourself, your mental health is a struggle right now. Everyone is so depressed and so sad all the time. I make fun of my friends who feel this way. And yes, that shouldn't be something to gloat about, but it's you simply gotta poke at because there's so much issues with the world. And the biggest addiction that comes with it is just how much struggles we have. And the reason why we have these struggles is because of these addictions. For instance, scrolling on your phone or taking in junk food or something like that. Books are a way to take in that information. And yes, while it depends on the author themselves, they themselves spent so much time and energy writing these books that you think their mental health was bad. I honestly doubt it. It depends on what kind of book you want, and the more emotionally targeted books, those aren't the ones for you. Yes, you could be specific about the books, but in particular, I think about just choosing the books that work well for me, the ones that attract me the most, those that genuinely want to be read. And that motivation to read so much more effectively is the reason why my mental health feels so good, why I feel so bright and everything around me feels light, because I read books. I noticed when I read a book during my English period earlier in the year, I read it for about 2 hours straight, and I physically remember pulling my eyes away from that book and just feeling so light and fresh after that experience. It's because books have such a magical feeling, no matter what kind of book. This effect happens with fiction, poetry, nonfiction, and self-help. All those kinds of books and all different types of periods with physical words and things that don't distract you. It will take up the best kind of details. Now, obviously, be smart with it. Don't take in books that will challenge your mental health. And it's so weird to talk about mental health nowadays, but you need to understand how important it is in your struggles and how well you can improve on with books themselves. I noticed that my own mental health is the reason why I didn't read as much and why I didn't make these videos of educating you guys to read so much more effectively. You're truly special if you are able to read. And that's such a low bar to have. Imagine being above 90% of the average people, all because you pick up a damn book. It sounds terrible, but take it as a compliment as you will, because books themselves will challenge your mental health. It will be a challenging strain on your head, and it will take time and effort into. And I broke it down into a full-on system, and you can check it out after this video. Understanding why books are so important is the best way we can see the progress that comes with it. Step number 4. Understand the game. The game of books is something that takes in time and effort. I noticed that when you have more patience with books, naturally you'll feel a lot lighter. But books themselves are like a game. Like every kind of career, every type of opportunity, it is a game to get to the top and to be able to read the most amount of books. The name of the game is to simply read more. The reason why books are not fun is just a way of looking at it. You see books as this long, droughtful period that will take up your time, and it's such a waste of space that you can do so much more productive things. Then I question you this: what productive things? Work? School? While those are great in between your own periods, you're taking it down. You're following up the corporate leaders, and you're just following what they're saying. You're just doing everything that they want out of you, like the little lapdog you are. Books are a way to gain that control. They give you the power to not only look at the world a lot more free, but it can also give you the mental space of being able to do this. Now, don't make the excuse. Right now, it's starting right now. The timer of this game to read books start now. It's clicking, watch, boom, starts right now. The more time that keeps on being wasted, the more periods you'll have of just not being able to read. And the more time you waste, the clock just keeps on ticking. This game of reading is competitive. It's like any other game out there. And you just simply don't see it because your competition is stiff. Now, I am your competition. I am running laps around you in this race of reading, but not just reading, but also improving my mental health and doing all these other things on top of it. So what I'm trying to do here is simply get you on to read more books. And understanding this game is the best way of looking at books and why it's not fun. It should be fun. It's a game. It's a race to be able to see who reads the most amount of books and who can recite the most amount of information. And yes, books have plenty of different ways to go about it, but being able to take in this information and use it to your best ability is exactly why books are important. And on a different note, it can also be an effective way to tell some sort of story. If you don't have anything productive going on, then just pick up the paper, pick up the pen, and just start writing something. If you can write a story and you can have a story of your own, then you can know this game better than anyone else around you. And I'm telling you, this is the way we read books, and it's the way we do it a lot more. Pick up the damn book, start reading faster, and to simply put it, just continue reading in an effective manner that will not only work for your patience and your mental health, but to build a routine habit that comes with it. Step number 5, learn the outcome. The final thing I want to point about with books, this is more of a future idea. Once you build up this entire process of just having the routine for these books, having the periods to not only see what's in front of you, but to also have the space you want, is to learn the outcome. What do you want out of this book? Yes, there is a specific book in mind. If you don't, check out my 2 books in the top link of the description. That's the easiest way to get started, and I'm telling you, it's a steal. It's an absolute steal. I used to price it so much higher, but now that I left it on the Google Docs, they are a steal right now. Understanding how well the outcome will be is the best case of understanding why books are fun. Books have a way of just taking our mind and holding it in a fun and effective manner. Depending on how we see the world, books will be either the best or worst thing in mind. And don't say books are not for you. Books have been a thing since you were a kid. You were able to read chunks of paragraphs and pages. If you can read at least 1 page of that, you can read a whole book before you know it. Understanding why you want to read this book, this particular book you're looking at in mind, is the best key you want to understand. The more we communicate and the more effectively we see books, the more we learn of our outcomes. What do we want out of these books? And in particular, what do we want out of ourselves? The more we learn, the better we'll get at everything around us. Before you know it, books will be insanely fun. And if you want to write similar to me, to take in this idea of books, and to see something truly special, then DM me right in the top link of the description in my Instagram down below. Until next time, keep on reading, and take care.